Meteorologist John Birchfield here with a special Alert Day breakdown. You can always see the latest on WTOL.com, on our YouTube channel, and all of our streaming platforms. We were the first to issue an Alert Day Sunday evening, and we're still watching strong to severe storms that'll roll in Wednesday afternoon and evening. So we're going to break down several things today, including the timing, the impacts, and how these storms will impact you and how you can plan your day around them. And we'll be joined later by meteorologist Matt Willoughby as we discuss some of the impacts in terms of the winds, the rain, and other severe weather risks. So we are still looking at this Alert Day on Wednesday. We'll have the latest live on WTOL 11 this evening and Wednesday morning as we monitor the severe weather threat starting around noon and continuing through sunset at about 8 o'clock p.m. That is the window that we are expecting strong to severe thunderstorms. Now, the biggest impact out of this is going to be the strong straight line wind gusts, some of which may exceed the 60-mile-per-hour mark. Let's talk about that forecast for Wednesday. It is going to have that warm and unsettled feel to it. A strong warm front is going to lift through the region late tonight into Wednesday morning, and these are going to be the warmest temperatures that we have felt this calendar year so far, with temps in the 70s, humidity in the air, and a breezy southwest wind. This system has all of the ingredients to produce strong thunderstorms. Again, our window of severe weather is going to be mainly in the afternoon and early evening, but even when it's not stormy, as Matt's going to talk about in a little bit, we're going to see some powerful winds of 45 miles an hour, and that is outside of thunderstorms. Some of the stronger storms could produce severe wind gusts in the ballpark of 60+ miles an hour. Afternoon storms, I want to break down the timing and the impacts of this potent weather system and on our Alert Day Wednesday. Now, when you wake up Wednesday morning, there is the chance that we do get a morning round of rainfall. That one is not expected to be severe. It is the strong storm risk in the afternoon as a second and third round of storms move through. That afternoon time frame is where you'll need to be on high alert, and make sure you're checking radar on our WTOL 11 weather app. Straight line winds will be the biggest threat from this system. Whenever those storms line up right along a cold front, that means business for a strong straight line wind threat. Now, the tornado risk is something we're keeping a very close eye upon. Some of these storms will have rotational features that could predispose them to dropping funnel clouds. Hopefully no tornadoes, but the WTOL 11 weather team will be live on air and on all of our streaming platforms if there is any tornado risk, which is still a possibility on the table. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center has upgraded us to a level 3 out of 5 severe risk. That is shown by this orange color. Now, this is not just a localized severe weather threat. This impacts much of the Buckeye State, just about all of Michigan, the entire Hoosier State, and all the way down to the south of the Ohio River. That entire orange color is a region that could see some strong severe storms with this system. A low pressure system is going to move right over central and northern Michigan, and it'll drag along a powerful cold front with it. Now, whenever cool, dry air butts heads with warm, humid air, that clashing of those air masses fuels thunderstorm development. Out ahead of this front, remember how I said temperatures are going to be up in the mid-70s and it's going to be humid? Well, when that cold front slides through, that will be the spark that brings us our severe weather risk. Before I get into the hour-by-hour forecast, I want to break down the individual storm threats and what you can expect for your Wednesday afternoon. The severe weather risk is going to be greatest starting around lunchtime and continuing through sunset at 8 o'clock p.m. Wind gusts could be powerful, and in some of those stronger straight line winds with the cold front, we could see 60+ mile-an-hour winds. Now, the tornado threat is certainly possible. It's not like we're expecting a widespread tornado outbreak. That being said, it's something we're keeping a very close eye upon, and if there is a tornado warning that's issued, we're going to be live on all of our streaming platforms and on WTOL 11 and Fox 36 on air. The hail threat is a little bit of a lower concern. This one's going to be mainly those straight line winds, heavy rain, and also the potential for a brief spin-up tornado. Ahead of this cold front, we are going to see some thunderstorms already bubbling up around lunchtime, and due to the warmth and humidity in the air, that will fuel thunderstorm development. This cold front, though, is really going to be the spark that triggers our stronger to severe thunderstorms, and that front's going to move through later in the afternoon into the early evening hours. You'll notice a line of thunderstorms setting up right along that front, and that's going to move through right around dinner time as we usher in stormy and windy weather right along that cold front. Let's get closer to home and fine-tune the hour-by-hour forecast as we prepare you for this Alert Day. Again, there is the chance for a morning round of rain showers. When you wake up, though, that's not going to be a severe weather threat, just some nuisance garden variety rain showers. It's not until noon that the thunderstorm chance will really start to pick up. Late morning scattered showers possible, and by lunchtime, we'll start to have that warm, humid, unstable, and unsettled atmosphere that'll bring us storms in the afternoon. If the kids are back from spring break, when they're getting off the school bus, you're going to want to check radar because there will be some downpours and thunderstorms developing. Some of those storms may bring strong straight line winds, and there is a low tornado risk as well. Looking ahead towards dinner time, you'll notice more clusters of thunderstorms developing. At this point, they're still going to be intermittent. By the later portion of the evening, that cold front is sweeping through, and there's going to be a more organized line of thunderstorms. Whenever you see those vivid orange colors on the hour by hour, that shows you areas of heavy rain and gusty wind that will be possible with this system. And by dinner time through sunset, that line's going to work its way into eastern Ohio. And by the time you go to bed, behind that line, worry-free calm weather returns around sundown. Now, we've got team coverage on this special program with meteorologist Matt Willoughby, breaking down 3 things you need to know ahead of this alert day, talking about the winds and some of the other impacts. Matt?
Yeah, John, overall, we're looking at these main 3 things that we are seeing as we go throughout your Wednesday. Not only will those temperatures surging to the 70s, but this is going to be some perfect ingredients to get some of those thunderstorms to bubble up with that warm and humid air that we'll likely see tomorrow. Number 2 is we'll likely see those thunderstorms into Wednesday afternoon. That is going to be the main time frame that we look at. And of course, number 3, those strong winds will roll through our area, not only just in the Toledo metro, but throughout all Northwest Ohio and even into Southeast Michigan. Of course, you can find this list on WTOL.com and on YouTube as well. Now, let's talk at least wind speeds as we go into at least tomorrow for our Wednesday alert day. So we'll start to see those wind gusts up to anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour as we go throughout Wednesday morning. So as you're waking up, we'll already see those wind gusts well around 20 to 30 miles per hour. They will increase as we go pretty much into the late morning hours. We could likely see wind gusts into the upper 30s, 38 in Toledo, 36 in Adrian, 36 in Hillsdale. As I said before, they increase even more. We cross over into the 40s for wind gusts as we go closer to that 1 o'clock hour. But we still got wind gusts that could bring us 50 mile per hour wind gusts right around 2:30. You can see in Toledo, could likely see 50 mile per hour wind gusts in Toledo, possibly 46 in Sandusky as we go throughout your Wednesday afternoon. We'll still see that constant threat of gusty winds throughout the entire day and even the entire afternoon as we go throughout Wednesday around 4:30. And even as we go in the evening hours, we could get another burst of wind gusts that could be anywhere from 30 to 40 miles per hour, even possibly 50 miles per hour as you go throughout your Wednesday evening. And just by Wednesday night, those wind gusts calm down. We could still likely see 10 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts, but overall it is going to be a windy day out there for us as you go throughout your Wednesday. Now let's talk rain totals. Now, rain totals won't be too much of a factor, but you can definitely get some heavy downpours. And that's what we could likely see with that first round of showers that roll through as we get heavy downpours that roll through Defiance, Napoleon, and even Toledo area. What about that second round of storms? That could move into our area just south into Findlay, Tiffin, and even upper Sandusky. So these rounds of thunderstorms that we could likely see could bring some heavy downpour at times within a quick time. So make sure you always stay aware. And of course, download that WTOL 11 weather app to stay up to date with that interactive radar so you can tell where those storms are and even where if we'll have any severe thunderstorm warnings issued as we go throughout tomorrow. And also hour by hour breakdown to see when we'll see those storms roll through our area as you go throughout our Wednesday alert day. We'll send it back over to you, John.
Hey, Matt, thanks for that update. That free WTOL 11 weather app is a great tool to have because you can stay ahead of these storms. You can check radar, the hour-by-hour forecast, and we're going to be live on air this evening on WTOL 11, breaking down that severe weather risk. Again, thanks for tuning into this special programming. Check the app for the latest. We'll be on air with the latest forecast. Until then, have a good rest of your evening.